I guess to start off, you guys, like, how's the tour been going so far?
It's going well. It's been a difficult start, but we had a van that kind of blew up, and so one of our friends was gracious enough to let us use Frankenvan here. You can pan. Please feel free to pan down Frankenvan. It's he calls it the Juggernaut. We called it Frankenvan right off the bat. We also call it the Warthog, and we also call it the Great White Tortoise, because for $60 it'll take you 200 miles, but you can only go 62 miles an hour. There's no air conditioning, there's no radio, no power steering, no power brakes. It's inconvenient as fuck to load gear in and out of it, but it runs, and they put us back on the tour. Will Dykstra from Carotid. Go check out his band Carotid. Anyway, the tour's been great.
That's good.
Yeah, the George Within guys are cool. The Gore guys are cool. I've met those guys before, and it's a good time.
So, what are your plans for after this tour?
Do another one.
Yeah.
Then another one. Then another
The one after that. The one after that. Yeah, we're just gonna. This tour ends at a Total Chaos Skate Fest in Southern Ohio called Skatopia, and there's gonna be like a fucking ton of like. Oh God, Agent Orange, Suicidal Tendencies, 7 Seconds, Drunken Engines, like a bunch of cool old punk bands. Gore's playing and us, Dirge, other bands I can't remember now, but it's pretty wild. So that ends this run with them, and then we go out again solo for a while, do stuff and things, and then maybe record another record, perhaps, maybe. But we're gonna have a release too coming out in the meantime.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Sacrifice. Maybe you guys know. You guys know Will, right? So you know about that jazz. And then we hook up with Gore again in the fall. We do October 6th through December 19th.
So, like,
all North America.
So, like, since your time, like, in Gore, how is it being, like, back out with them again?
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. And I've been out long enough now where they have like an album and a half of new stuff wrote, and I've sat in and just like watched practices, and so it's basically like I can be a fan again instead of being like, fuck this again, like. And when I was in, I would never watch the videos. And stuff. I still don't watch the videos and shit. It's cool to see it. It's cool to watch it.
So should I read that you've been playing guitar for like 25 years?
Yeah, but it was actually 27.
So like, what made you first want to pick up a guitar?
My grandpa was from Tennessee, and he was a guitar picker. And his dad played the fiddle and played the banjo and the guitar, and then my dad played guitar. It was all like just a bunch of hillbillies playing guitar. So there was always guitars everywhere I went. Like Sunday, you go to Grandma and Grandpa's house, there's a guitar, there's a banjo, there's a this, there's a that, and there's always guitars at my house. My dad played guitar, so you just sit there and clink, 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 and then I was the first one to get one that you put them funky newfangled wires in, just plug it into that loud box there. Hey, that ain't no call to go rough talking nobody.
So when you guys sit down to write, like, who brings what to the table?
We do what?
When you sit down to write?
We just get a bunch of CDs, bands we like, and we just steal riffs, put them together, slap it all
How's
up.
that working out for you?
Fantastic.
Here we are.
Here we are on tour. Can you see me adjusting myself on that camera? It's just what happens with a man with my caliber.
He's not asking for a headshot.
No.
So what's your favorite guilty pleasure? What's something we might be surprised that you rock out to?
Oh man,
I jam everything, so it's no surprise. I don't hide anything. I love everything. Beatles to Slayer. So.
fuck, I don't know, man. Maybe what someone would think would be is like a guilty
surprise.
Surprise.
He listens to that. What?
I guess B-52s would be such a surprise. Maybe Missing Persons, maybe, or Duran Duran.
Yeah.
There's the surprise.
Yeah. Really weird.
Chibomato.
Yeah.
The two Japanese girls. I love them. And hopefully we're gonna get to Japan. And if we get to Japan, we're gonna stay an extra 2 days because I'm gonna die in a pile of Japanese girls. Me and a pile of. I'm gonna grow out just enough hair that I can dye it, that I can bleach it white. So I'll have white hair, white fucking hair, big round eyes, just walking through the streets. Todzilla. Todzilla. Me and a big pile of little hot Japanese girls just. Shite kudasai. Hinan shite kudasai.
Can you be sure to film that?
Oh fuck yeah! Kidding me? Film it all. I'm gonna film it with the Nicoles in the van.
Yeah. Plug it in.
I'm gonna plug it in, baby girl.
So how do you
I
guys?
hope nobody I know sees this.
So how do you guys best pass the time on tour?
Driving.
Driving. He just throws a big beach towel over top of him and says, "Don't talk to me for 10 minutes." He calls it the cracker break. He takes a little cracker break. He has a picture of his lovely girlfriend on the phone, and he goes under the big towel with it, and he just goes. You can hear him. That's the only thing that bums me out. Without a radio, you can hear him in there, like actually working it. But you know, whatever. It's worth it.
The 10 minutes is a stretch.
I just like to keep happy. Yeah, 10 minutes. It's a stretch. I get it. That's a good one. But we're happy because tonight is like 90 miles to the next club tonight. And then 130 the next day. So, and what I'm really happy about is the fucking weather. We've been in the South. We've been in like South Texas and Mississippi. Or we've been in South Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, motherfucking South Kakalaka, North Carolina. It's been just hot and thick and humid and fucked up, and I'm fat, right? So with that kind of weather, what do you think happens? I just stand there and fucking sweat. Oh yeah, I lost a ton of weight. You can tell. You can tell I lost a ton of weight. And I'm gonna go in like 10 minutes and eat a fucking shit ton of pizza.
You gotta get your strength back.
Well,